So, this week, Donald Trump suggested obliquely and in his usual incoherent, babbling sort of way that maybe there wouldn't be a peaceful transfer of power if he were to lose the election. That's got a lot of people worried. He's been a man it's been easy to not take seriously very much, but as a result of that, terrible things seem to happen, like his response to COVID, like his dealings with North Korea, his friendship with Putin, his losing experts and advisors all over the place, and his general madness. There's a real sort of sense of Nero fiddling while Rome burns about him. Anyway, despite my unwillingness to take him seriously, many people do, and consider that his latest very thinly veiled threat is a massive attack on our democracy. So I wanted to make a cocktail that sort of captured my feelings about it, and it's also a cocktail I wanted to make anyway. It's called a paper plane, and it was developed by someone in 2007, I think it was, when the single that I'm listening to at the moment by MIA called Paper Planes was playing, and I loved that song anyway because it starts, and it has throughout it, a sample of the Clash's Straight to Hell, and that sort of seemed especially appropriate when we're thinking about this, because clearly Trump wants to take us down a path that really would lead straight to hell. And the song itself is terrific. It talks about the sort of problems immigrants face. It talks about the monetization of things, the selling of arms to the developing world, all the kind of things that we do and that are terrible. But the drink, luckily, is not terrible, and it's remarkably easy to make if you have the ingredients. So after all that talking, I should probably get to it. It is a bourbon drink, and unfortunately I ran out of my usual Dickel rye, and I'm using Cadiz, which is from the island of Whidbey in the state of Washington, although I'm assuming that the whiskey itself is not from there, but they did some finishing touch to it or something like that. Maybe they did distill it there, I don't know, but it's a good rye whiskey. 3/4 of an ounce of that, and then a really interesting amaro. It's amaro nonino. We take 3/4 of an ounce of that as well. This is one of those drinks, like The Last Word and many others, that is an equal proportions cocktail. So it's very easy to remember how much to put in. Now you want a big one, 2 ounces of each. A little snifter of something, 1/2 ounce of each. But this is 3/4 of an ounce of everything. And the same will be true of our aperol as well, which will give it that nice reddish colour that it's famous for. And I've got, literally just about enough in the bottle. I better get another one of those. And then to add a little bit of sour to it, it's 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. Like so. And it's a shaken drink, so I'm going to give that a good shake here. And also, I like the idea of a paper plane because it reminds me of that, the idea of a paper tiger, someone who's all bluster, but underneath it all kind of a coward or something. And I sort of feel underneath it all that really Trump is a blowhard and he's going to go crying like a baby. At least that's what I hope. There we go, that drink is nice and cold now. And I am going to pour it, strain it into my chilled cocktail glass. Oh, it's a fantastic colour, like so. And let's see what we've got. Yes, goodbye Trump, I hope.